Objection!
Wait. Make sure everything's worked. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Although it's not going to be the. Let me turn this down a little bit. Yeah. It's not going to be the loudest, maybe, unless they do something crazy. Because I still have a sleeping Miss Hayden in the other room. Like, I'm not going to wake them up, obviously. Well, I'm trying not to. Also, did not sleep the best last night, and in reality, I'm not actually sure why. I just remember waking up like 2 or 3 times. I was like, and I was so worried I was gonna like sleep through the alarm and miss this. And legitimately, I woke up like 7:10. So I was like, oh, okay, plenty of time. The positives of being a VTuber, you can literally roll out of bed and just start streaming. But no, these are sort of things I would like to do more often, but, you know, I work in education, and these happen usually when I'm on my way to work. Like, literally the Firefly one, the 2.3, like, I believe that was the day I took the kids to, I think that's when I took the kids to the theme park. Yeah. And I was on my way driving to work, listening to it on my drive. The only time I've ever caught this live, and I'm a little sad I didn't do a reaction to it, was the original Paniconi, because, you know, daylight savings meant instead of 7:30, it was 6:30, and I could actually catch it. So, here's the thing. I know nothing about these new characters, period. I've not looked forward, and I believe 2.4 is when they're doing March's hunt, like, variation, which I know nothing about how that's going to work. I think I'm more excited about, like, I don't see any huge surprises. I don't see there being, like, a doctor ratio drop, right? But I'd like some, you know, quality of life stuff. Updates to the Divergent universe would be fantastic. I love the Divergent universe so much. I think Divergent universe is fantastic. It is my favorite simulated universe, bar none. And the quality of life they did last patch with the what do they call it? The little planets and the stuff. That stuff. The stuff you could only get from the universe. To speedrun kind of farming those, also fantastic. So who knows? Maybe they have something similar planned, because, you know what? I don't think we've seen the Star Rail team really screw anything up yet. They've done fantastic. Like right now, I'm still playing Zenless because Zenless, but I don't know. I see Honkai remaining like my number one of the Honkai games. Can't say gotcha because that'll remain with Dokkan. Oh, brought to you by Interstellar Peace.
Long story short, work pressure is really starting to wear me down. You got any medicinal recommendations, Mr. Jocho?
I have just the thing, Mr. Albert. Take 2 mace of heavenward pepper, 3 tails of 7-star chili, and half a caddy of millet pepper. Remove the seeds and grind together with a splash of prickly ash cooking wine.
They're
Apply
just
the mixture
burning the
evenly
heck
and
out of this
rinse after
bird.
20 minutes. Finally, apply a layer of starch, which will induce a detoxifying sweat. Good for the mind and the soul.
Dr. Jocho, Albert's not the only one exhausted around here. I should detoxify too.
Well, Miss Yun Li, start out by blanching some ingredients in a premium broth, but make sure it utilizes plenty of premium dried chilies.
I see digestion issues on the horizon. Some coriander should help with that.
Stay your hand! Turn that evil herb at once!
That evil herb.
Unthinkable.
We get Alejandro in this one.
Back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
Here you are. Everyone, this way.
The Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary Combat Art Ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Why are there Boris in here?
Right on time.
Oh,
Hello there. Hey, old metal. Which one do you want to strike?
oh, she got big sword.
Rock-shattering slash! Master Yun Li, look at how hard I've been training. I could take 10 of you.
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
So it's One Piece.
Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
My first meal after regaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred.
My condolences, Miss Hanya.
Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. They've all come back.
If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge.
Ma'am? Who is? Oh, there's our first picture. I'm just gonna take a picture. I'm not gonna bother like entering in. Oh, thank you for the follow, Teresa. Thank you so much. We're just reacting to the 2.4 stuff this morning. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a picture of the code and enter in later. Here's the thing: the two new characters can be cool. I'm praying that the march is good, because I like Mark as a character, so I want the new march to be like good. Given I don't know either of these two other characters, I could really like them, but. Do.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle.
Xianzhou Juming delegate, present.
Xianzhou Yaoqing
Well, thank you.
delegate, present.
Xianzhou La Fu delegate present.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And
And good evening.
And to all our viewers far and wide, Welcome to the version 2.4 finest duel under the pristine blue special program. As always, your avian buddy Albert's here to guide you through.
Hi, everyone. I'm Yun Li, a sword master from the Juming.
And I'm Jiao Cho. I may have the appearance of a chef, but I'm actually a healer.
Greetings, everyone. It's been a while. I trust you're well.
Hi,
A pleasure to
Alejandro.
have you three in the studio. Now, the Penacony vacation has drawn to a close, and the crew of the Astral Express is bound for a familiar destination. The Xianzhou
Baby,
Fu!
no.
Which is precisely why this program has invited Xianzhou friends, old and new, to welcome trailblazers back to an old stomping ground. Speaking of which, General Genuine, isn't this your first time on the special program?
It is indeed, Mr. Albert, and I am deeply honored.
I didn't know he hadn't
Had
been
I
on
known of
before.
your program's culinary delights, I would never have delayed.
Bon appetit, General! I hate to bring this up, but our catering costs for this episode were kinda spicy. If you'd like to leave a tip, we'd be extremely...
Wait a minute. What's this hot pot got to do with you anyway? Didn't the pink-haired fox prepare it?
Well, I'm a hot pot enthusiast, after all. Where I go, the spice follows. Your illustrious presence is payment enough, dear friends. Dinner's on me.
What a gentleman!
Unfortunately, that's an
Your
entire bowl of
delicious
things that,
morality
like,
will
kill must
not
be eaten.
forgotten, good sir.
They cannot has the
Cut
peppers.
to the chase already. Why are we here anyway?
It's like this. I assume you all received an invitation from the Seat of Divine Foresight, welcoming you to the Luminary War Dance.
One sec.
Yep, it's a martial arts ceremony. Competitors battle it out in a flash of swords, all for the title of Sword Champion.
As a matter of fact, the War Dance is a festival commemorating the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knight's triumphant
Apologies, having
resistance against the
a cat be whiny.
abominations of abundance.
He's probably going
As
to continue
you
being
know,
whiny.
The Law Fu's ambrosial arbor crisis was only recently resolved. Now is the time to regroup and raise our spirits, which is why we have chosen this moment to convene the War Dance. It is also for this reason that the title of Sword Champion will not be decided in this ceremony.
It won't? I fear Master Yenqing will be bitterly disappointed.
Fear not, Mr. Jiao Cho. This war dance isn't only a morale boost. It's also an invitation to allies and friends, a display of peace, and an important duty for the Cloud Knights. That's why Yenqing has taken it upon himself to accompany the Trailblazers for the duration.
Exactly right. In the version 2.4 Trailblaze Continuance mission, Finest Duel Under the Pristine Blue 1, Trailblazers will witness Yenqing's assiduous side and his new identity.
I get it. One person, not enough. You need our help, right?
Such a distinguished occasion surely merits the attendance of other esteemed guests.
Of course, the Xianzhou Yaoqing delegation will be led by none other than the Merlin's Claw, General Fei Xiao. At her side will be two senior advisors, Jiao Cho, the Jiao Cho, as well as Moza.
And as for the Xianzhou Juming, me and Grandpa, General Huaiyan, the famous Flaming Heart, will be representatives.
Be they friends from near or far, we will welcome them with open arms. This promises to be quite the war dance.
I don't want to lower your spirits, but I heard that the Trailblazers' arrival doesn't always coincide with a happy... I mean, wasn't everyone fighting in the trailer?
3 arbiters
I like it.
in the same place at the same time. Not a good sign.
He can't compete.
That's
He's got
not
a
all.
bat. Well, he's kind of
Rumors
got a
are
sword.
circulating through the alliance that
Kinda.
General Jinyuan's conduct
It's more
during
like a
the
giant
Ambrosial
tree
Arbor
branch.
crisis may have violated certain laws of the land. Could it really be that?
Oh boy, I knew where we'd get out. It's true that the other two generals will arrive on the Law Fu with a certain assignment. If you want to know the details, then ready yourself for the upcoming Trailblaze continuance story.
Let us refrain from needless anxiety. The Law Fu will ensure a spectacular war dance.
Right, geez, let's lighten the mood. I want to talk about my legendary new Swordmaster apprentice. She's been getting a lot of attention. She gets her own intro, right?
March 7th? Of course! With the war dance right around the corner, March couldn't help herself.
Yeah,
She's now
I
on
kind of
her
want to
own
see what
martial arts
March's
journey.
whole thing
Stay
looks
tuned.
like.
We've got more intel on that coming up on the program.
Yes,
Which
I would like more intel on
reminds
that.
me, the war dance ceremony is set to span versions 2.4 and 2.5. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be in the past, but the Trailblazers will continue to be important witnesses to the Xianzhou Lafu.
So basically, the story is going to be 2.4, and then the actual war dance event,
We've
like
missed the Trailblazers
thing,
dearly.
is going to be 2.5.
Here's hoping the Xianzhou Lafu can bring everyone new and exciting experiences.
Can't wait!
Ah, the broth is ready. Shall we add any extra seasonings?
Add 'em all! We gotta make the most of the occasion. It's not every day we get to catch up with the Xianzhou pals. Ooh, and speaking of pals, version 2.4 will be introducing a brand new map, the Shackling Prison.
These pals of yours, they're all in prison?
Not all of them.
Not all of
in
them.
the traditional
Al-
sense. The Shackling
Albert knows a
Prison
lot
is
of
under the
people.
Ten Lords Commission
Some that
administration.
shouldn't
It's where
be
Shui
known.
Yi and Hanya work.
The Shackling Prison is where we detain criminals. It's cold, and forbidding entrance is located below the waters of Scale Gorge waterscape.
Huh? That does look creepy.
An individual must first stand trial before being escorted to their cell. For those guilty of particularly heinous crimes, we reserve special cells of biting cold or searing heat. The interrogations of Blade and Locha were conducted in just such a place.
Ugh. Doesn't sound like an easy place to spring a prison break.
You can say that again. The Ten Lords Commission keeps a watchful eye, and the routes to the cells are tangled webs filled with carefully designed mechanisms.
And for
Those
some
seeking
reason,
access
puzzles.
must first overcome innumerable tests of fortitude.
It would appear the Shackling Prison is the haunt of wolf-like monsters. Huh. Borison?
That's right. The Borison are ruthless beyond measure, infamous for their inborn moon rage. Upon entering battle, the Borison share stacks of bloodlust. When bloodlust reaches a certain number of stacks, they enter the moon rage state and become enhanced.
Ooh.
Watch your step, Trailblazers.
That actually seems like it'd be a fun fight.
Catching up with pals.
Annoying after a
I'm
while,
sure
but
Shui
actually
Yi
fun.
and Hanya would love you to go and express your sympathies. Anyway, with the new map out of the way, it's time we talked about our new friends from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing. Starting with a gifted young girl, Yoon Lee.
All right, what's your kit? Don't try to swat the... Oh, okay, you actually did get it. Oh, bigger.
I'm from the Xianzhou Juming,
So,
a ship known for
oh,
its
she's another
unrivaled
destruction. Okay.
craftsmanship. As the records show, some 60 or 70% of all the Xianzhou's armory comes from the
Brennan
artisans
Larson.
of the
Okay.
Juming. Ever since I was
Well, I'm
little,
gonna look these up.
I've studied sword mastery and weapons forging with my grandpa. I mean, the Flaming Heart, Hua Yan. Grandpa's
Brennan
always
Larson,
been
what
nice
else
to
have you
me.
done?
He loves me, you know?
Miss Yoon Lee is a talented young lady fascinated with swords. She sees renowned swords.
Let's
as
see,
treasures.
she's
Some say
also...
she can
No,
even
I don't want
communicate
the
with
app.
them directly. To her, swords are more honest than people. She lives by the phrase, swords make
A
acquaintances.
whole lot of things I would not
fighting makes
recognize.
Oh?
Cookie Run,
It
Stranger
so
Things
happens that in
VR,
Lafu there is an able young man with a similar love
Fae
of the
Farm.
sword. I have a feeling you two might get along.
You mean Yan Qing?
Raincoat. That was
the
yeah, that was
first
like
thing
it
about
came from
swords.
last year.
He collects them
And
like
a
they're going out of
a
fashion,
lot
then
of
never
Care
uses
Bear.
them. I can hear those blades crying from here.
Seems like you
Such-
guys don't share
Her
everything.
IMDb looks to do between
And not to mention,
cutesy games like
see the
Care
giant
Bear to
sword
like
I use?
horror. So
Forged him myself.
cool.
He might not be complete, but he's already anything out there.
Weapons of this caliber usually get their own name. What do you call them?
Not bad, Feathers. Finally, someone who understands swords. I gave him a unique name for the ages. Old Metal.
Huh.
It has a ring about it.
I like it too.
Me and Old Metal have a deep connection. Every time I get into a scrap, I ask Old Metal, which one do you want to strike? Old Metal usually says something like, let's start here and end there. To which I reply, oh, all of them? All right.
Old Metal's adorable manner belies his formidable stature.
Yunli might be young, but she's confident and unafraid to speak her mind. It's time we took a look at her skills on the battlefield.
Okay,
As
thank
a
you. That's what I want.
type character following the path of destruction, gentle persuasion isn't really my style. When using my skill, I restore my own HP while dealing physical damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
What really sets Yunli apart in combat is the way she counters the enemy. When attacked, she immediately launches a counter on the attacker, dealing damage to the target and adjacent enemies.
Bears a grudge
Okay.
and knows friend from foe. She doesn't mess around.
You gotta use the enemy's strength against them. After using my ultimate, I acquire the parry state, which allows me to sustain lower damage and taunt all enemies. In addition, my ordinary counter is upgraded to powerful counter, which deals higher damage.
You seem well versed in the art of the counter. One assumes that surprise attacks during exploration aren't a concern for you?
Nope. When using my technique, I obtain a special effect for a set duration. If an enemy launches an attack during that duration, the attack is blocked. And upon entering battle, I launch a powerful counter on a random enemy.
Imagine you've hardly regained your footing when a girl with a giant blade comes running straight for you. Which reminds me, in version 2.4,
So-
Trailblazers will experience the Swords to Plowshares companion mission. Granddad and granddaughter arrive.
So
with a
she
love
is
food from the
sword-wielding
Xiuming,
Clara.
bringing with them a prize
Like,
much
that's the
sought
vibe
after
I'm getting.
among the war dance competitors. Wait, you brought something else too? Let's see. Let's save that for another time, shall we?
Now remember, Albert, the prize is for the War Dance champion, not the host.
So if Yun Li is also set to compete, and were she to prevail, then wouldn't the prize return home with her to the Zhu Ming?
Not so fast now. La Fu has something to say about that. The Zhu Ming may have brought the prize, but they ain't leaving with it.
Watch us.
Easy now. External heat needs inner cooling, as they say.
Sounds like another difficult challenge for Yang Jing.
Why you guys sound so right? Let's move on to another new character, shall we? Hailing from the Yao Qing and soon to be making his appearance, it's military healer Zhao Chou.
I would like a new heal. New support heal. You just didn't think about food.
The Yao Qing's illustrious healer.
Hey, new nihility.
I've heard much about you.
You're too kind, General.
Mark Witten.
My visit to the Law Fu is only in aid of keeping a
Gotta look
promise.
him up now.
You owe someone a tasty meal?
Well,
Mark
taste is
Witten.
secondary to nutrition, Miss Yunli.
What has
I'm
he been in?
curious, Mr. Jiao Cho. Under what circumstances would you usually open your eyes? Forgive me, but
Shin Megami's. Okay, more anime
your
stuff.
beef is overcooked.
Persona 3, Grand Blue Fantasy,
Well, seems like culinary emergencies are pretty out.
Spider-Man 2,
But I digress. Mr. Zhao Chou, why don't you introduce
Exo.
yourself
Oh,
a little more?
Exoprimal.
Well,
I'm
I am
sorry.
employed as a military healer to the Yao Qing's General Fei Xiao. You
lot
could
of
consider
various
me one of
and
her
additionals.
retainers. I'm accompanying
Oh,
the General to
Sedith.
the Xianzhou Law Fu for
Three
this
hopes.
war dance ceremony.
Huh, so what's with all the broths and ingredients then?
Well, you see, Miss Yun
There we
Li,
go.
I believe in culinary medicine. the notion that we are what we eat. The arts of cooking and healing are one and the same, which is why I spend so much time
Seth is
delving
gonna set
into
you on
the
fire with,
spicy miracles of
know,
medicinal cuisine.
boiling
A
pot.
meal is not simply a merry occasion, but an opportunity for food to work quiet wonders for our biological systems. Isn't that beautiful?
Why bother dividing the pot into 9 sections if you're gonna eat from all of them?
To keep the different
I'm a
flavors in certain
self-confessed
areas.
chowhound, Miss Yun Li. I eat, and then I leave.
Oh, you ain't going anywhere yet, Doctor. Delicacies aside, let's talk some more about that healing of yours. Before you came under General Fei Xiao's command, you were well known in the Xianzhou Yaoqing's Alchemy Commission. You went on to cut your teeth as a military healer with the Cloud Knights on campaigns for the hunt. I heard you
For the
decided to
hunt.
retire, only returning to service at the personal request of the Cauldron Master.
Some people prefer work to leisure, I suppose.
Well, I am fortunate enough to be respected for my craft. Some even go so far as to deem me a miracle cure.
As General Fei Xiao's strategist, Zhao Cho applies his taste for spice to battlefield tactics. Combat is a bubbling broth, with each side occupying one half of Yunyang Hot Pot.
Indeed. Battles are marked by myriad changes, constantly evolving in a dance of yin and yang.
Well said, General.
They say foxes are cunning creatures. Seems like Mr. Zhao Cho is no exception. I think it's time we took a look at what our delicious doctor can do on the battlefield.
Well, about
On the
time.
battlefield.
I am a fire-type character on the path of nihility. When using my technique during exploration, I create a special dimension. After entering battle with an enemy within the dimension, I inflict them with fire damage. And there's a possibility of following up with a stack of Ashen Roast debuff.
Ashen roast.
You're cooking the enemy alive?
Ashen Roast turns up the heat by causing enemies to sustain greater damage. Any attack that Zhao Cho lands on an enemy has a chance of inflicting Ashen Roast.
Indeed. Case in point, if I were to use my skill to deal blast damage, there would be a chance of simultaneously inflicting a stack of Ashen Roast on the target.
Did you just throw spices into the battlefield?
Sharp eyes, General. After launching my ultimate, the battlefield becomes an enormous Yuanyang hot pot. The enemies are trapped in a searing broth, which inflicts damage on each and every one of them. At the same time, the effects of Ashen Roast are compounded for enemies inflicted with the debuff, in line with the current highest number of stacks. Immediately after, a field appears, which lasts for a set number of turns.
Whew,
Oh, they're
these
cooking.
hot pot visuals are making me hungry again. What does this field do exactly?
Enemies within the field sustain greater ultimate damage. And during their action, there is a chance they will be inflicted by a stack of Ashen Roast.
Are you gonna tell us what
It would
Ashen Roast
follow that
does?
if, for example, Acheron were on the team, you would be able to help her acquire ultimate charges more quickly.
Absolutely right.
Nice of you to invite the enemy to dinner before showing them the door.
Did they ever explain what
Last meal
Ashen
developer
Roast was,
experience.
like, did as a
Word of
debuff?
advice? Order out next time, fellas.
Like, I might have missed it, but
Well, we've gotten to know new friends from both the Zhuming and the Yaoqing. Let's turn our gaze to the version 2.4 banner info. In version 2.4's first half warp event,
Oh, you're making me choose
Trailblazers
between
can
that and
acquire the
Hua
limited
Hua.
5-star character Yun Li,
I love Hua Hua.
as well as the limited 5-star character Hua Hua. The limited 5-star light cones, Dance at Sunset, and Night of Fright will be boosted.
A cat
Boosted.
is a human's best friend.
You certainly have a cat-like energy to you, Miss Yun Li.
Let's move swiftly on to this version's second half warp event, which boosts limited 5-star characters.
oh, that's mean. They're making
Zhao
people
Cho,
choose
and
a new
Master
healer or
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
In addition, the drop rates for the limited 5-star light cones, those many springs,
Oh, I see
and
marches.
Earthly Escapade will be boosted.
Another eye-opening moment for our fox friend.
Moments spent in the cool shade of an old tree should be used for admiring the surrounding scenery.
Couldn't agree more. And I almost forgot. The version 2.4 Warp Banner will feature a familiar face on the 4-star light cone. Poised to bloom.
She has the presence of a true swordmaster. Someone's been taking their training seriously.
Mm-hmm. Without further ado, let's take a closer look at the fruits of March 7th's journey.
Yes, please.
as a
I
sword
actually like.
master
I'm more
apprentice.
interested in this. You get some boba? Hell yeah.
On returning to the Cienjo, March 7th
Alright, so
is
she's gonna be
brimming
a-
with excitement for the
a
upcoming
light
war dance,
hunt
and
character.
decides to learn swordplay from masters Yun Li and Yan Qing.
I still vividly remember instructing Yang Qing in the way of the sword. Now he's already passing on his knowledge to others. How time flies.
March 7th might be a rookie, but she's also a natural. Her master taught her the best in Juming swordplay. So, naturally, she's made quick progress.
Yan Qing is also March 7th's master. To deprive an inquiring mind of tuition is not in his nature.
Right you are, General.
I heard that March 7th was a bow and arrow user. Brave of her to take up the sword, and no doubt a challenge for her masters.
I'll say. Not to mention Yun Li and Yan Qing.
See, I just
swordplay
figured like
isn't
the
exactly
her ability
similar.
to shift between weapons
Well, March 7th ends up with
ties
a
somewhere
weird mix
into
of
like
styles.
her hidden
You're
backstory.
overthinking things. If you're dedicated to the sword, you just need to swing it.
Ah, follow the sword and victory will follow. Well, we've done a lot of talking. Time to see March 7th swordplay in action.
March 7th, the Hunt's basic attack deals imaginary damage.
My sword
When
zaps
using her
demons.
skill, March 7th selects a teammate as master and presents them with a special beverage to increase their
A
speed.
special beverage is boba.
Good apprentice.
As a promising young student, March 7th has a keen understanding
I've,
of her
I've
master's style.
ascended.
When her master launches an attack or ultimate, March 7th acquires charges. When charges reach a set number of stacks, she immediately takes action again and obtains an enhanced basic attack.
Oh,
Her enhanced basic attack deals set hits of damage to a target enemy, with a chance of dealing further hits.
Just a chance?
She's a rookie, remember? Her moves might be a little rusty, but they can surprise you all the same. Depending on her master's path, her specific attacks possess additional effects.
oh,
That's right. For example, masters on the paths of destruction, erudition, or the hunt can cause specific attacks to deal additional damage. And
Approved.
masters on the paths of nihility, harmony,
Morning.
preservation, or abundance can
Your
raise the
vibes are
toughness
approved.
reduction of specific attacks.
Putting learning into practice. Where do I find an apprentice?
After using her ultimate, March
The
7th can
Apex
deal damage to a
heroine.
target enemy while improving her next enhanced basic attack.
And for those who were wondering what having March as an apprentice is like, there you have it.
March 7th is humble and learns from all her allies. During exploration, for every time a teammate uses their technique, March 7th acquires a charge at the start of the next battle. When using her own technique, she regenerates energy at the start of the next battle.
It must be a great privilege to have an apprentice with such powers of perception.
Well, get this. Completing specific tasks in the version 2.4's Trailblaze Continuance will unlock March 7th the Hunt. Once unlocked, a path switching option will appear in the character interface for this.
That's my
yeah, just like with the
apprentice.
Trailblazer.
She
Okay.
certainly does have the aura of a heroine.
Whew, I think we could all use a lie down. More exciting updates after the break.
I like that kit. That's a decent kit. Because if anything, you can optimize like what path you want to take with it, based on your team comp. It might actually change your team comp, like if you want to make sure you have one of two options available for March. Whatever the battle may need. Okay, so now I've gotten over the characters, so now give us like what all the optional events are. How you doing this morning, Zephyr? Also, I do like the fact that she calls her sword old metal. I actually really like that.
Welcome back, Trailblazers. It's time we took a look. Version 2.4's all new events. As the war dance approaches, guests and visitors from all corners are converging on the Lawfu. But not all are harboring noble intentions. I'm sure all you remember a certain IPC representative by the name of Scott.
Oh, the Alliance is very familiar with the conduct and deeds of the IPC.
Hardly surprising. Well, Scott is out to
Oh,
demonstrate
Scott.
that Xianzhou swordplay is no match for IPC text. Ooh, not only does he have a mech-related provocation in store, but also wants to assert his authority through battle.
For real? I think me and Old Metal owe this guy a beating. Or 10.
Hold your horses, Miss Yunli.
I love that.
As a matter of fact, your apprentice got a little
Yun Li,
impulsive.
Yangshi,
and
March
took the
7th.
challenge.
Scott.
She's due to face off against her opponent in just 15 days' time.
A familiar turn of events. Are we able to assist Miss March in this endeavor?
Of course. To help March defeat this IPC rotten egg, Trailblazers will take up the position of personal trainer. The goal? Develop a 15-day crash course in swordplay.
15 days? Crash course? Mr. Albert, have you heard the
Oh my
proverb,
word,
haste
what is that
makes
persona looking
haste?
thing?
Have you heard the proverb when needs must? Between me and Yan Qing, we've got the sword skills to provide the best crash course in town. Still, balance training also requires rest.
Oh my word, the
relaxation,
manga
and
panels?
The fabled work-life balance. Sounds like you've got to figure it out, Miss Yunli. Results or your money back.
I have a feeling Miss March will have some fortuitous encounters and crucial assistance along the way.
Oh, I might just have to offer a helping hand myself.
The encounters and sword training experiences that March accumulates will dictate the nature of the story's conclusion.
They're,
Result will
oh my
always
word,
be a solo
they're making this
confrontation with
quest
Scott,
line into like
though
an
the
anime
nature
training
of the
manga
shooting will
storyline.
also vary accordingly.
Following the ending, Trailblazers can acquire Stellar Jade and March 7th, the Hunt's Eidolon.
With the combined assistance of her friends, surely Miss March will
I must get
prevail over
stronger from my master.
Scott.
Absolutely?
As long as a sword master is
I mean,
worthy
not
of the
sword based,
sword
but
in
it
their
has kind of
hand,
like a Yu Yu Hakusho
they
kind of
have
vibe to it.
nothing to worry
Because
about.
like, how many
Wise
times did
words
Yusuke
indeed,
need to
Miss
train with
Yunli.
someone to get stronger
Oh.
in the middle of different
Let's
arcs?
move on to another event. After leaving Penacony, I'm sure Trailblazers will remember with fondness their unpredictable old friends, the trash cans.
It would seem these
Yes.
old friends have appeared on the Xianzhou.
Up here they have. And a medical intern from Penacony is on the lookout for an assistant. Their goal? To complete a series of shoots to uncover the secrets of the Marastruck.
Wait, what? They're doing a trash can shoot?
You better believe it. The intern in question is Randolph. And just like the Trailblazers, they're a trash can enthusiast.
If you spend enough time in the cosmos, there's nobody you won't encounter. Trash can enthusiasts? Comes with the territory.
During the event, Trailblazers must use the photography software provided by Randolph to take pictures of trash cans hidden among the crowds.
Different
Oh my
trash
goodness.
Cans mean different points, with some trash cans even adopting special movements. Do your best to get them all on film to maximize your points and complete the stage objective.
Did they just
And
make
a friendly
Pokemon
reminder,
Snap?
Trash cans may appear unexpectedly and without warning. Trailblazers wishing to catch them all will need their wits about them.
Now,
This is
event
this
isn't
is Pokemon
confined
Snap.
to the Xianzhou.
Trailblaze friendship is
Also
magic.
appeared in Bellabog. Rumor has it that
Oh,
Bellabog
no.
inhabitants have recently been attacked by a shadow of unknown origin. To resolve this case, our trash can friends need the strength of Trailblazers and Bellabogians alike.
And that's the end of the trash can related content for this version. right?
Don't speak too soon. In the Trailblaze Friendship is Magic event, Trailblazers need to use specific characters to play the role of magician and summon a special trash can comrade, Letter Pony, to fight alongside them.
A trash can summoning magician. Does this sorcerer have any other notable abilities?
Of course! The magician's skill and ultimate will acquire all new combat effects with the power to command minicans during battle. The
Oh my word,
minicans
they're
attack
wearing
with
the
abilities
people's
with
poorly
which
drawn
character
wanted
wishes to summon them,
posters.
adding further layers to the combat experience. For example, the skills of certain magicians summon minicans onto the battlefield up to a maximum of 5. The more minicans on the battlefield, the higher the attack and the more energy regenerated for the magician.
Classic trash warfare.
Well, get this. Some minicans can even enter an ultra gold state and receive extra buffs. And we've only scratched the surface. Trailblazers who wish to
Why do I
test
feel
their
like this is gonna be
natural
fun
trash
as
can
hell?
strength can do so in game.
Ooh.
The event will launch a new challenge stage daily with 5 stages total and each stage split into 2 difficulties. After completing the initiation trial challenge, Trailblazers can unlock the official trial difficulty for an even harder test.
See you on the battlefield,
This is
friends.
so dumb and I love it.
I need another breather. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers. More exciting updates after the following broadcast.
Last code? Last code. There we go. Reality invitation. I have to go back to reality. Boo. Bum, 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 bum. AR encounter, so there's gonna be what? Hold on. The art challenge. Oh, boo. Times I wish I could draw. All the art challenges they do. Hey, oh, you copied down all the codes. Okay.
Welcome back, y'all. As
Okay, another gift of
always, in
Odyssey.
Version 2.4, we'll be seeing the return of 10 free warps in the Gift of Odyssey check-in event.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Some comforts are here to stay.
And of course, there's also the double events. Planar Fisher and Garden of Plenty.
Remember to complete the simulated universe or divergent universe for
The
double
better
planar
universe.
ornaments.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't even got to this version's system optimizations yet. Starting with the relic system. When using the filter function to screen relics already in your possession, filter choices can be saved for a faster selection process. Meanwhile, in
Okay.
the relic inventory, Trailblazers will find new quick lock and quick discard functions. When choosing relics for a character, relics will be sorted according to the character's relic set prioritization, with the most suitable relics appearing
Ren.
first. There's also a new feature for relic substat recommendations.
By using the recommended relics feature, not only can Trailblazers view a character's most frequently used relic set, but also the recommended main and subsidiary stats.
And finally,
You know,
when
Genshin
checking
GG, we
Simulated
just put
Universe
Genshin
interface
GG into
and Cavern of Corrosion in
the actual
Interastral
game.
Peace Guide, Trailblazers can see recommended characters for the relics in question.
How considerate.
Now, to allow Trailblazers to come into faster contact with new versions, captivating events, and time-limited rewards, 2.4 has added an advanced access feature for both Trailblaze Continuance and events.
So if a Trailblazer doesn't meet the prerequisite conditions for a given event, they can still experience the new version's events and missions?
You got it! Trailblazers who've reached level 21 will see a Play Now icon appear on the event page for events with advanced access eligibility. Just select the icon to join the experience.
Now that's an optimization. Ready and waiting.
Okay.
Ooh.
In the mission catalog, missions with early access will feature a special icon. Maps yet to be unlocked will get temporary map teleportation access, while also featuring a special icon. Trailblazers can freely switch between the displays for the normal map and the temporary maps unlocked as a result of advanced access event activation.
And what if Trailblazers achieve the normal event activation requirements during the course of early access?
Good question.
Good question.
In that case, the event will terminate the advanced activation state and the temporary map channel will close. However, game data will be retained and Trailblazers can continue participating in gameplay as
Basically,
normal through
the
event stream.
TLDR,
Which is
if you
when
have
I
something
get
like
my
March
hands on
7th,
the limited time
um,
event rewards.
we're not going to
In
lock you out
other
of March
news,
7th,
in the
like new
not
March
too
7th.
distant future, a new episode of Knowing the Universe will be upon us. We've invited celebrated novelist Yoshiki Tanaka to be with us on the program. Together, we'll be exploring thoughts and imaginings on the subject of the boundless universe. A huge thank you to Mr. Tanaka for his participation. Man, I can't wait to see that episode. And finally, intel on a mysterious collaboration destined for launch in 2025.
What?
Uh-huh.
No. Why?
For more
Why
info,
with Fate Stay Night?
tuned for official announcements, Trailblazers. Whew. That brings us to the end of the version 2.4 special
Okay,
program.
there's a crossover with Fate Stay
Returning
Night.
to Cienjo,
eventually,
getting
at
to
some
know
point.
new Cienjo friends.
Some people are more excited than
Yeah,
others,
sooner or later
probably.
Getting old, all excited.
Will March be able to perfect her sword play?
3 Xianzhou
Could be
generals in the
worse.
same place at the same time. Who knows what kind of stories will unfold?
Let us all bear witness to the future of the Xianzhou Luofu.
See you in the next one, Trailblazers.
Till next time.
See you next
then.
time.
All right, so no huge, like, I guess the crossover is kind of big, I suppose. Okay. Close that back down. Yeah, no, okay, well, that's done. I don't know. I don't know if I really am that drawn to pull the new characters. Like, I need to try them out. Which they usually do let you try them out during the course of the story. March 7th, I'm looking forward to. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll pull for Huahua's copies. I might pull for Huahua. I don't know. I do like Huahua. But no, that's really all I kind of want to do this morning. I've yet to really react to one of these streams, so I figured, you know what? Sure, like, let's do it. I've been surprised before. But no, that's all I had for this morning. I'm probably gonna go back to maybe laying down, or I might honestly play some Zenless here. Don't go right to thanks. I do plan on streaming normally tonight at my 7 p.m. time. So anyone who kind of joined me this morning, thank you so much. But I'm just flat out just gonna go lie down. All right, you guys take care. And I will see you later.